All right, guys. It is now Saturday morning in the UK. I just came off the SLE radio show with Jay over there, and now I'm here with Mr. Jetfire Prime. What's going on, dude?
Morning. I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
Doing good, doing good. It's 7 there, midnight here,
Yes.
making time zones happen. How's everything going over there? You're in Liverpool, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're locked down.
Yes. Second lockdown. It's not quite as strict as the first. It's a bit like we can still go to a pub, but not to meet anyone else. And you can I can go with my wife or whatever, but that's it. But then I think from Monday that's probably going to change, and it's going to be looking at full lockdown again. I think for a lot of places.
Jesus, how that? Okay, so you can go to the pub with someone, but you can't be around people at the
Oh,
pub.
it's just insane. It's just so ridiculously stupid. It's like, and now you get fined if you get it wrong as well. So if you do something which is against the rules, you get fined. But so many people don't know what the rules are because it's so confusing.
Oh
So
man, I
yeah,
don't
it's
think
not working.
it sounds the same up here. Nobody knows exactly what the hell we're supposed to do.
No, it's just crazy, crazy.
I guess just wear a mask and hope for the best. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, I think part of the problem is it's strange in I don't know if it's the same in America, but well, definitely in Liverpool, during the first lockdown, loads of people just wouldn't wear masks. You go to like a supermarket or a shop, and you, you just have people standing right next to you. But now, during the second one, they seem to be really enforcing it. But I don't know why they just didn't enforce it so hard in the first one. I mean, that might just be my local shops. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, that's the problem too. Different rules for the local shops, eh? They think they know.
yeah.
They know what's right. Anyways, so Jetfire Prime. That is such a badass name for a project. It's not like these other wussy synthwave artists. Just kidding. You guys all have good names, but Jetfire Prime especially. That's some serious shit. Is that
Thanks.
Transformers?
Yeah. I'm a big,
There you go.
Michael Bay's atrocities, but a big original Transformers fan, and in fact, I play in another band called Novice Mathematic, and we were originally called Ultra Magnus for years
Nice.
until the Michael Bay films came out. And we were like, yeah, let's change our name so people don't just think we've just named ourselves after that. So I've always been a big Transformers fan, and then just took two names I really liked, two of my favorites, and put them together, and that
That's
was that.
awesome. What didn't you like about the Michael Bay movies? Even the first one? You didn't like the first one?
Do you know what? The first one grew on me.
Yeah.
Because I was so excited to go see it in the cinema, uh, and I just kind of I don't know. What I figured was they had so many good stories with the original series
Mhm.
and the cartoons and stuff that I figured they would just take them and remake some of them.
Mhm.
But I think my problem was that they made a f- stories that were basically about giant robots, which had the odd human in. They made all about humans with the odd giant robot in.
Yeah,
I sound like such a massive nerd, which I am, and it's fine.
that's
But
fun.
yeah, I just didn't really like them. And then I did watch the first one about 5 times, and about the fifth time, I kind of, oh, it's all right.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. They said like they had like a 20-second scene about Cybertron, and that's it.
Mm,
And this is where they
yeah,
came from, and blah blah blah. It's like, well, come on, man. I didn't bother
yeah.
with the other fucking how like he made like 4 of those goddamn things. I liked the first one. Second one was meh, and the other ones were garbage. Like when if I see Mark Wahlberg in another movie, I'm just gonna fucking lose it. I don't give a shit about him. Certainly not in the
Yeah,
Transformers movie.
it's weird because I keep punishing myself and I keep watching them all, but I've kind of changed my rules, so I won't go to the cinema to watch them now. I just watch
Fair
them at
enough.
home.
Yeah,
But my
that's better.
friend is, yeah, my friend he tells me off. He's like, it's going to be shit, so why are you watching it? I just feel like I have to
Yeah, it's
just
like
in case it's okay.
watching a car wreck, man. Just
Mm,
stop and look at it, see what's going on.
yeah, definitely.
So how long have you been making music for, Mick?
Actually, sort of like I say, my other band, Obvious Mathematic, we've been together for like 20 that much. Um, but that's still my kind of that I know they're my kind of best mates. So we still, apart from lockdown, we still meet up each week, rehearse, gig, that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Which is what. So I've been doing music for a long time, but actually, synthwave stuff as Novice Math. Sorry, as Jetfire Prime. It's probably officially about a year,
Oh, really?
maybe a bit longer. I kind of, I've always sort of noodled around with synth stuff whilst I've been doing other things, and then I just kind of, maybe about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, I just stuck out a little Christmas synth EP, which was just a bit of fun, and I just did that, and then a year later, I kind of did another one, and in between that, I released my first album and just a couple of singles, and I didn't really have a clue what I was doing. I released the single "Contaminated," and I put it out on Spotify, and I was really excited. And I sent it over to Iron Skullet, just asked his opinion back and said, "There's no way we'd use this. You need to listen to like other producers and do better, basically." And he was right. But I kind of left out there, and it's still there on Spotify and Bandcamp, so you can hear like an entirely different version on the first album than the original single, and it is massively different. And I sent him more stuff, and he just ignored me the second time.
Sucks. It's not good for the confidence. Yeah.
No, but it's kind of, it is what it is, and there's so many people doing it who do it really well. It's just
insane.
Yeah, which I think's healthy because I listen to so many other people, and I'm just like, oh, how have they done that? They sound so huge, and I can't even get close to that. So it just keeps driving me on to try and match them.
Yeah, well, you're no slouch in your own right, man. Like, you're sick. I think you're awesome. I've
Thanks,
seen a
dude.
few that I've seen you're on Twitter for a while with Jetfire Prime. And you're always, it's like you seem to be right there, right in the middle of the pack with all these synthwave guys all the time.
I hope so. I mean, it's a bit crazy for me because, like I said, I've been doing music for so long and and I still haven't had much success now. But it kind of it feels a bit like it because people do sort of mention my name occasionally and stuff like that. And I think I can't remember what it was, but someone was saying something about Jetfire Prime, and I tweeted and kind of replied, "You do know I'm just some guy from Liverpool." It's just like, it's all really alien to me, sort of people saying, "Oh, I like this, it's great." I'm just like, "Oh, yeah," which is obviously amazing. I really like it. But I think I'm just a bit of a small fish compared to so many of the others. But I think I've done okay because I've had a lot of people say, "Oh, you seem to do quite a lot for the scene." And I think it's just because I'm a fan of so much of the music, so I'm always like sharing it or trying to support it and stuff. And I think that goes a long way, really.
It really does, yeah, for sure. Everybody's in it together, especially in the indie scene on Twitter. It's just crazy. There's so many
Well,
musicians.
I'm quite new to Twitter. I joined it years ago,
Yeah.
But it was only really when I came to put out the End of the Beginning album, so which was November or kind of October, November last year, that I need to really get on with advertising because I don't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I just joined Twitter, and I don't even know why I did. There wasn't anything to push me towards it because obviously I suppose Instagram's the big one now for advertising and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I just joined Twitter and started through that, and it just kind of took off a bit through there, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a big fan of Twitter, even though I know it's got its issues, but I really enjoy it.
Yeah, well, it really kind of just makes the world an even smaller place, I think. It's just nuts. The people you can meet on there, like, it's crazy.
Well, I mean, obviously stuff like this was through Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for this, by the way.
No
but
problem.
loads of artists, I don't know them, but I feel like I've got to know them. I feel like we'd get on really well if we met up in real life and that kind of stuff. But it's good. So I quite like it. It's not, I'll have like, direct message conversations with people from all over the world, and it's been great. I just really enjoy it. It's a great scene to be in, really.
Yeah, it is for sure. Especially during lockdown when you can't see people, it's cool to.
Yeah.
I don't know. You crawl in the DMs and just shoot the shit for a while. I do that quite a bit. these fucking animals.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, in all reality, there's not many synthwave artists in Liverpool, which is quite surprising.
Oh, I thought there'd be a ton over there.
No, there's not. There's London and Manchester, like Dead Life's from Manchester and a few others from Manchester. Um, but Liverpool's not. Calax is from Liverpool, but I've never spoke to him. Never really reached out. He's massive though, isn't he? So like, I was in it's not a studio, but I was in a building recently. It's got loads of like arts studios and music studios all in one building, and I can hear someone doing some kind of synth music through a door, and I thought, I wonder if that's Calax, but I didn't knock. And there's another guy called Winter Quilt who does sort of synth stuff, and I've spoken to him a few times, and we've sort of agreed we're going to meet up and have a pint after lockdown's finished. So yeah, but yeah, there's not much going on in Liverpool really, synth wise. It's strange.
That is strange. Huh. I feel like Europe for sure had your fingers on the pulse of synthwave stuff. 'Cause I know I can't, I can't pretend like I know a ton about it because there's so many from all over the place.
Yeah,
Like I'm trying to think of Canadian ones, but I don't know. I have no idea.
there definitely are some, because I'm always doing this because I'm always looking somewhere to move and live that's not Britain. You know, there's no reason I love Britain, but I really want to live abroad for a while. So I'm always like, I look at artists and synthwave. If I moved there, would I be able to carry on doing synthwave?
Oh, isn't Neon Fox is Canadian, isn't he? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
There you go. There's one. There's one.
And there's a few. Is Lamato, are they Canadian?
I have no idea.
I'm sure I might be wrong, but because I originally thought they were French, but then I'm sure I saw they were French Canadian or something.
Oh, okay.
Very wrong about that.
Could be French Canadian. They're a different different sort than regular Canadians, anyways. If they're the
But I love Lamato stuff. I think like you never really see them on Twitter or stuff, but obviously they're really successful, so they're doing something right.
Yeah, no doubt. I know my favorite Australian one is Void Stare. That's my guy. I love Void Stare.
Oh yeah, I like Void Stare. It's good.
Good guy.
There's a guy called Audio Waves. He's from Sydney. I really like him as well.
That's cool.
And in fact, he was great. He mastered my Summer's Ear EP for me. And then, so we've struck up a little deal, and he's going to do my next album and stuff, hopefully, if I ever finish it.
If you ever finish it, how far in are you?
Massively. It's written, it's recorded. I've been mixing it for ages, and then I stopped working on it completely, even though it is literally about 98% done. I think it was because obviously Bandcamp Day's just been brilliant, and there was another Bandcamp Day coming up, and in my mind I was kind of going, I want to get this out of a Bandcamp Day, which people have started thinking like that, and so I just stopped. I was like, I can't be releasing music on a certain day just in case I get a little boost of sales. I mean, because I don't get many sales anyway, so any boost is great. But I was like, I can't be doing that. So I shelved it and just said to myself, I'm not touching that until that feeling's gone away, and I'm not rushing it for a certain reason. Yeah. So I did that, and then for some reason I just started writing the songs for I Still Function, sort of my newest EP, and they just kind of flowed out really quickly. I had one of them, I had Play It Again Ram already done, and I'd done that just because I always do that. Whilst I'm working on one project, I'll just be getting ideas down for something else. And so I had Play It Again Ram, and I was like, I quite like that. And I was working on this song, What's the Delay, which was the third song on it, which is about 11 and a half minutes long or something. And I never intended it for it to be anything. I just quite liked it. And then I'd come back to it, and my wife goes to work like a lot earlier than I do. So after she's gone to work, I'll sometimes just sit down for like chunks of songs, and suddenly I was like, oh, I've got 3 songs and I really like them. So I just put them out for Bandcamp Day instead. And again, it wasn't anything to do with just being Bandcamp Day. I just hadn't finished. And so I just put them out, and it's been quite nice. I got some good reviews and stuff. So it's like, yeah. But then I really thought that Play Again Play It Again Ram might have a chance of getting Spotify playlisted. So I did the whole send it to Spotify and gave it 6 weeks, and it didn't, or hasn't yet anyway, and so it's not coming out till the 23rd of October, and I just thought that's just a waste of time, because people are saying to me, when's it out on Spotify? It's been out for like 2 months on Bandcamp. Like, I dropped the ball on that one, so I think I might just stick to my guns and just put stuff out and get excited about it in the future.
I was talking about this a lot lately with the whole Spotify versus Bandcamp thing. Like, fuck, man, Spotify sucks. Like, it's good for getting your name out there, so everybody uses it. It's free, blah 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 blah. I get it, but go to fucking Bandcamp.
Oh no, it's like, I mean, I did an interview with Michael Nagy.
Okay.
So thanks for that. And I did this interview, and I just literally poured out love for Bandcamp, and loads of people were commenting, and he said, this guy should work for Bandcamp. I would if I could. It's great. But yeah, it's like, I agree. I mean, I love all the streaming services because of the ease of use, and you can just get your fingertips on so much. Like, you know, if anyone sends you a link, you just check this out. You're great. And problem is, I probably discovered too much music through that, because now if people ask me, "Oh, who do you listen to?" I'm like, and I'll know the album.
I can't even tell you, man. Like, there's so much.
It's because it's just loads and loads and loads, and that's great. I love that. I love the fact that all this music is available. But I'm a teacher. My day job is a teacher, and I will always talk to the students about my music and send them to, like, here's my Bandcamp, because, you know, I'm an idiot like that. And then they'll sort of find you on Spotify and go, oh my God, you got like a blue tick on Spotify, you're certified. Yeah. Oh God, why are you teaching? You must be rich. No, I make like about £6 a month off Spotify.
Oh, that's only like 10,000 streams.
Yeah.
You know, that's crazy.
It's just crazy. And I know there's this big thing at the moment about people going, oh, you shouldn't be looking at your numbers, but it's really hard, especially when you're a new artist. It's really hard. I mean, I just broke through 1,000 listeners about a week ago, which is massive for me. Yeah. And so I was really excited. And then I've seen people then say, why do people keep sharing their numbers? You know, who cares? And then I've seen
it's a big deal. It's a big deal for artists to see that. It's not so much that you're like, hey, holy shit, you know, but for you, it's like, oh, holy shit, like, that's 1,000 different people heard something I made. You know, that's cool. It's a good feeling.
Totally. So it doesn't bother me, you know, even if you see people going, oh, I've just passed 1 million listeners, great. It should be celebrated. It's massive. So
it's still only like $100. Like,
no, it's nuts. I mean, but at the same, if someone had said to me a year ago, you're going to have, you know, a year from now, 1,000 people listening a month, I'd have been like, no chance. But so it's good. But then with Bandcamp, it's just so much better. And I try and send everyone's music to Bandcamp, because it's probably keeping independent musicians going, really. And I see lots of, especially I've seen a lot of synthwave artists who kind of have a bit of a chip on their shoulder about it, and they're like, why are you trying to sell it? I just want to make my music free. Sorry, that's my dog just playing with the toy. And he's like, you know, I want to make my music free so that more people can listen to it. But you're just kind of like, I'm not getting told off for selling my music. And I mean, I sell mine really cheap anyway.
Yeah.
But you kind of got to know your worth a bit. So I just think it's nuts. I don't see why everyone isn't just embracing Bandcamp and really smashing it.
They should be, because if at least from what I remember about selling stuff on Bandcamp, they take like $3 or something off the total, like $3 off the total of the price.
Yeah, I think it's like 15% or something. Like I might be wrong about that.
Yeah, so you know, if you go on there, say you're selling your EP for $10, you know, you're pocketing $7. Like, it's not bad. That's how many streams on Spotify. That's, you know, if that's what you equate it to, like, or you just go on there and do the name your price thing, and hopefully somebody will pay you a couple bucks to fucking, I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, on the first Bandcamp day, I think that was my most successful one. It was great, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. And you know, we're not talking mega money, but on my streams on Spotify, it would take me about 2.5 years to get what I made in that one Bandcamp day. Yeah. So I'm just like, I just don't see why people wouldn't do it, because it just, even if you're just making £20 a month or something,
But still, yeah.
yeah, it's great. And I
That's
mean, I love Bandcamp. I'm on it every day,
yeah.
just discovering stuff. Or what I try and do is buy it on Bandcamp
Yeah.
and stream it on like Apple Music, so they're still getting a tiny bit of extra and that kind of stuff.
That's right. I like to buy if there's a band I really like when I have money, I'll go on Bandcamp and buy their shit from them there. And then
Yeah, definitely.
I'll just like the physical media, and then I'll still just stream on whatever.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I've been, because I'm a so over the last 2 years, I've been screwed around a lot by companies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I've not had that much money, but so I haven't been buying physical stuff, which is quite like, I love buying vinyl, and I haven't done it for a few years, but now I'm kind of coming back to that. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to catch up and buy like loads of stuff. And my policy for the Bandcamp day has been basically like, I'll buy the stuff I've really got my eye on, but then any money I make from sales on Bandcamp day, I'll put back into Bandcamp, and so I'll buy other stuff. So, which I think is quite a good way to do it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Doesn't make any money for me, but that's fine, because it's, I'm not bothered. I love buying music, and yeah, that's that.
Fuck man, I love vinyl too. That's so good. I actually got this thing sponsored by a fucking record shop. This podcast.
Yeah, that's cool. There's I love going to a record shop, and obviously not been able to for a while, but there's a really good independent shop in Liverpool called Defend Vinyl, which I really like, and they're doing a massive run of horror soundtracks on vinyl they're getting in a moment, so I'm gonna what's going on.
That's sweet. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's good, and it's really small. I mean, they do it really well. They've kind of teamed up with independent like coffee makers and stuff, so they sell like just not just vinyl. I think they kind of getting people through the door for other reasons and stuff, and it's good.
That's great.
Yeah.
Love that. Love that. Mm-hmm. That's fun. Yeah, I don't know. I just bought a record player like a few months ago, but I'm hooked on it big time. I always went CDs and like not so much cassettes because they were on the way out when I first started getting into it, but CDs for sure.
Yeah.
Big for me.
I mean, it's because I mean I'm pretty old. I was born in the '70s, like, so I've lived through the birth of CDs and all that stuff. And yeah, I do love I love CDs, but I still love cassettes.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't bought any synthwave cassettes yet. I just haven't got around to it. But then my gran moved out of her house recently, and she had an old cassette player, and they were going to chuck it in the bin. I was like, I'll have that. So I will get back to buying some cassettes and stuff. And my first album's supposed to be coming out on cassette, and
really?
I was speaking to a German record label, and they wanted to do it, and I was like, yeah, brilliant. But it's just taken a long time to get off the ground. So my friend, I'm really lucky, my friend does all my artwork for me, and he does it for free. Mm-hmm. There's a long story behind it. I was supposed to be making computer games, and I'm going to do the music, and he's going to do the thing, and he's taken forever to make any games. So he kind of does it as a bit of a guilt thing. He's like, I'll do your artwork for it, which is great. But then when it came to transfer the artwork onto the cassette template, I just felt really bad saying, oh, can you do this for free? So I sent it to him, and he just didn't have much time to do it. And then lockdown happened, and I've not really heard from the label since. So I think it may be a bit dead in the water, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I think for the future, I'm going to plan a bit more ahead in advance, because I don't know, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just do some music and put it out, and then now these beautiful sort of artwork and packages and stuff. You're like, yeah, I want to get into that. And seeing loads of people at the moment who are like sending sort of cassette sticker poster packages all around the world to fans and stuff. Oh yeah, I want to do that. Yeah. So I think I'll probably plan it a bit more. Like I say, my new album's done, mm-hmm. and I've kind of come back to it over the last 2 days and started listening in the car to the mixes and stuff. And I'm going to get that sorted. But I think I've also written the next album after that, which is really different to my normal stuff, because I really love like film soundtracks and that would be my dream, to be able to do soundtracks for films and games and stuff. That's really an area I want to get into.
Right.
So my next album's called The Sister Planet, which is the one that's pretty much done. Then I've got another one written called The Sleeping City, which is a kind of a concept. Yeah, I mean, pretty much most of my albums are some kind of concept anyway. The new album, The Sister Planet, is a return. The end of the beginning. Oi, sorry about that. Just mute that a second. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
This one here.
Oh, you sound much bigger. You sound much bigger.
Oh no, he's little. Yeah. So, what's I saying now? So obviously, it's the new album. It's done, but the one after that is quite cinematic, and I'm kind of having to go back and go, I might need to put some drums in it, because most of the songs don't have it. Mm-hmm. And I think what I'd really like to do with that is kind of plan it ahead, get artwork done, and do something a bit special with it, so it's got like a really nice kind of release to it and stuff. And we'll see how we go. I mean, literally yesterday I got some stickers ordered, so that's my first ever merch. Is going to be stickers. So they were quite nice. So yeah, they should be here in a couple of days. So nice. I'm going to start putting them out. So just branching out a bit, really, because I'm like I say, I'm rubbish at advertising and that kind of stuff. I just go, I've done a song, stick it out, and then no one hears about it. So I just need to be better. So I'm going to start forcing myself on everyone around the world.
Good. That's good. That's what you got to do, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Start with stickers, then you'll get your cassettes done, then you'll do vinyl, then you'll be good to go. T-shirts, everything will follow. Yeah.
Vinyl would be the dream, but it's just
so expensive.
Yeah, it's so expensive. And I've seen, or you can do these, Bandcamp do the kind of crowdfunding sort of version now. It's great. But then I'm still in that period of like, I don't think I'd be able to hit the minimum numbers. I don't think I've got enough fans to do that.
Don't they need, there's something like 100?
I think so. I think it is. I mean, I looked into it, and I'm always looking for, like, always on the hunt for like places that are doing it or deals and stuff. And I'm getting some T-shirts made, and the company I'm doing kind of like they do. I've just totally forgotten the name of them, but yeah, it's kind of like you put the designs up and stuff, and then as soon as you hit a minimum number of orders, they make it, and it's just only like 10 or something. So as soon as you hit 10, they'll make it, and you could go on to sell 1,000, but it wouldn't matter, because as soon as you hit that 10, they'll make it for you. Nice. I think it's quite a good way of doing it. So I'm going to get some T-shirts made up quite soon, hopefully.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Because I just get kind of jealous. I see all these people releasing all this cool artwork and T-shirts, and I'm like, I really want to get some of that. So, but my studio's tiny, so there's no way I could I haven't got any room for posters or anything. It's really small.
It's really small. That's all you need, though. It works.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like, I haven't got anything in there, to do with like soundproofing or sound treatment. It's just a little box room. And then, yeah, it makes my life difficult, because because I don't know anything about producing or anything. I'm kind of self-taught in all of this. So just work that way. So there's probably other people who are mixing stuff can just do it so quickly or whatever, and they know what they're doing. I'm like, I don't even know how compression works. I just fiddle with it until I think, oh yeah, that sounds right. That's what I want. So
sounds good enough. Yeah, that's what I like that too. I like that approach, though. I think that's it. People spend so much time worrying about how the little shit like your EQs and stuff like that. I think as long as it's close, you're fine.
Yeah, my test is normally get it in the car, play it really loud, and if part of it hurts my ears, then I probably need to go and change the EQ on it. And that's my kind of way of thinking. Oh, that synth lead, that's making my eyes like blink. So I'll go back and I'll change that. That's my way of working. If it makes me blink, or pull my head back.
It's like,
It needs fixing.
yeah.
So that's how it goes.
That's a good gauge. I guess that's fair. That's fair. All right, we did one album I did with one of my projects. We actually mixed it in my buddy's car, like on his car stereo. We sat there with his laptop on GarageBand and like just okay now, okay.
Yeah, I've
That's the
seen
way to
someone
do
else
it,
do that
man.
as well.
That's the
That's a
way to
really
do
good
it.
way to do it, actually. And then because I use Logic, I love Logic. I mean, I'm quite lucky because I got it for free because
Nice.
one of the places I worked years ago had studios, so all staff got like licenses for Logic and all that stuff. So I just kind of got a license and started playing around with it and quite liked it. And that's where my first album came from, which was never meant to be an album.
Mm-hmm.
I was just kind of doing these little songs alongside, and I had 3 songs, and it was originally going to be a 3-song EP called Beginning, Middle, End, and the songs were called Beginning, Middle, End, and that was it. And then it just kind of kept growing, and then suddenly I was like, oh, I've got an album here. I just don't know what to do with it, so I just put it out, and that was that. And I mastered it myself, and I messed it right. It's really quiet. If you ever listen to it compared to other stuff, like I can't listen to it if it's on a. They'll be like up here, sort of really loud, and suddenly mine comes on. I'm like, oh, I've really messed that up. So,
Yeah. Damn it.
so when I came to release Summers here, I just said to Bo, Audio Waves, I was like, just make it really loud, please. That's what I really want. Just loud. And so he's like, yeah, I'll do that for you.
Yeah, just
So,
make it sound like like everything else. Loudness
yeah,
wise.
definitely. Make it big, make it loud. But I would definitely, if I know you can get Logic remote, but I don't think it works in the same way. But if I could mix that in my car, I would just sit there and do it, and great.
It does it, man. That's fun. That's cool. It's fun to mess around with that shit.
Yeah,
Actually.
definitely. I mean, I've been listening to some episodes of your podcast.
Oh, thank you.
That's great. I really enjoyed your Sound Engine interview the other day.
Sound Engine, yeah, that was he's a great guy, Ben. Yeah, that
Well,
was
I really like his stuff. So we've kind of had the odd chat, not for a while actually, but we did have the odd chat over Twitter. And I can't remember his last album, the one before, one of his albums with the black and white cover.
yeah.
But it just goes off all over the place. There's so many directions and stuff. And I remember listening to it and thinking, this is great. I really like this a lot. So I was listening to that every day, and he seems like a really nice guy. But you put the hours in on this podcast. It's like 7 days a week.
Yeah, well, yeah, 5 now. It used to be 6. Just too
Wow.
much. Too much sometimes. Just depends on the demand, I suppose. But
Yeah. But no, it's good. I enjoy it a lot.
thanks, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate checking that out. Yeah, I was a Sound Engine kind of just snuck up on me because
Yeah.
I had no idea what I get people send me stuff, I listen to it, and then I kind of form a loose idea of what I'm going to talk about. But when I heard this stuff, I was like, holy fuck, like this is real good.
Yeah. It's and you never know where it's going to go either. It's like it'll do one song and it'll be one kind of thing, and you think, oh yeah, great, and then the next song comes on, it's completely different. Oh, that's great. It's like I really like like a big fan of him, and I like the fact that he could put out a straight out synthwave album. Oh, this is great, and then he'll put out a soundtrack to a podcast or something, and it's something completely different, and then he'll just put out an album full of just modular loops and stuff, and all this. I think his stuff's absolutely great, and then I actually subscribe to him on Bandcamp, and it's the only person I do. And he's great. He just sends you stuff all the time.
Nice.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Like, but I got into him quite early when I was getting into sort of synthwave and stuff, and yeah, pretty much he's one of those people I'll buy anything he does kind of thing. So he's great. I really like him, but he's again exactly the same. It's just like you just don't want. Yeah, I think he did. I've just forgotten what it's called, but he did like an album with a vocal album with a singer on it, and again, it's just straight out sort of low-key summer synthwave vibes, but with vocals on, and I can't remember what it's called. His next album was his deep, dark drones of misery and stuff. It's like, he's really good. I like that. And I think I like to try and do the same. Obviously, my first album was quite sort of sci-fi based, and then the second one was nothing to do with sci-fi. It was just kind of, I wanted it to be, you could just put it on in your car and drive, and that kind of stuff. So I think I'll always, and then obviously I Still Function is quite funky. It's quite up tempo, and I just like to try something different, but I don't really force it. I'll just, like I say, I'll be working on one project and I'll start doing something else in a bit of downtime, and then I go,
for it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I think that's quite a good way to do it. I think you've got to go where it takes you. So suddenly, if the other thing takes over, then I'll just let it take over and come back to stuff, which is what I've been doing with the Sister Planet, which, again, I'm going to take my time with it. Once my normal process is, as soon as I finished it, I'll start going to like my friend, can I get some artwork? And then I'll just get it out really quick. Whereas I think this time I'm going to finish it, start speaking about artwork, and then so it's not just, I don't know, I get too excited. The fan in me gets too excited. I'm like, I've got music here, I'm going to stick it out. Wham, and it's out there. Yeah. Whereas now I think I'd quite like to go, I'm releasing an album in 3 weeks and kind of build a bit
ready. Build
it. Do something like that.
Just in time for the next band camp day.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if are they doing any more? I don't know. I keep thinking each one's going to be the last, and then
they keep. I think they're doing one a month.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
I read somewhere, and someone was saying inevitably we'll all, cry out when they stop and abandon Bandcamp. But I don't think that's what's going to happen at all. No. I don't think anyone's going to abandon it. I think they've been really good for like musicians during lockdown and stuff. But again, it's crazy. Like I put out a tweet the other day because I was, I don't even know how to say his name. There's a guy called Serge Tannhauser. I think that's right. I don't, and he does brilliant stuff. He's got like, he's only got an album and a single out, I think. Story-based synthwave. It's all about, I don't know. It's all about like, it's kind of half set in like Escape from New York kind of world, but then it's with like it bangs on about kind of like the Russians invading America and stuff, and you're a bit like, I don't know, I've already gone there, but the music on it's incredible. It's so good. It's massive synthwave stuff, and he released a new single recently called Cohagen, sort of like after Total Recall and that kind of stuff, and I bought it on Bandcamp Day. Nice. I think I was the second person to buy it. Nice. And so I was tweeting saying like, people, you've got to check this out. It's brilliant. It literally sounds like, it starts off like in a medieval kind of loop band, sort of playing stuff. And then suddenly all these big synths come in, and then this massive kind of disco beat erupts and stuff. And it's great. It just goes off on all these tangents. But I think, it sold like 2 copies on Bandcamp. Just like, there's so much music out there, and it's just so easy to miss it. Yeah. So I like to try and check an injustice. That's my plan.
That's good. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way to bring the spotlight back to Bandcamp or something somehow. There's so much.
Yeah.
So much stuff there.
Sometimes I just like to just go to like synthwave kind of hashtag on Bandcamp, and then I would just go, I like the art for that, and press play, and then see if it's good, and then if not, I'll skip it and go on something else. And the same with them. I think because knowing how it works, and like on Apple Music or Spotify or whatever, you don't get paid unless it's 30 seconds played and that kind of stuff. Yeah. I'll even do that if I get sent a suggestion or something and I listen to it, and even if I hate it, I don't like it, I'll still give it the 30 seconds. So everyone should at least get that. Yeah. But I just think I think it's what I'd like people to do for me, so I just kind of do it. And even if it's something which is, when people get it completely wrong, like, check out this song, and it's like, or I'll still give it the 30 seconds just to be fair.
That's big of you. I wouldn't. That's it. Sorry, I can't. I wouldn't.
Do you know the only thing I I get a lot of rappers following me. I don't know why. And I've
God
had a lot of
damn it.
synthwave artists sort of say this, and a lot of rappers just follow. And then and they'll do that. And for some reason, I've never really got into rap music. Like never. I love like old school kind of hip hop.
Hmm.
Like NWA and that kind of stuff,
Hmm.
and like Run DMC,
Yep.
all those kind of stuff, like 80s kind of stuff. But I've never gotten into like more modern rap.
Right.
But like Sugar Hill Gang, anything like that, brilliant. I can listen to that all day long. But Monster, and I get so many rap artists, and that's the only one I'll skip if I get a thing and it's just about. I'll say, yeah, I'm not bothered. You've not even looked into what kind of stuff I'm doing at all. So
That's
that's rude.
based exactly on how they like treat you in your DMs. It's just like, nah, I'm not gonna even bother clicking the link, dude. Just
And
10,000 of them. You get one in there, you have 10,000. And it's like, hey, I'm on
yeah,
Spotify
definitely.
or I'm on SoundCloud. Check it. It's like, no, who the fuck are you? Like, say hello.
Yeah,
Something.
I had someone send me a link on SoundCloud, I think yesterday, but I'd spoken to them before and it'd been, and we'd had a couple of Twitter chats and stuff like that. And then they were like, oh, I've just released a new song. Can you have a listen to it? I'd love some feedback. And I did, and it's great.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just had a chat about it. But, it wasn't kind of, hi, here's my link.
Yeah.
They'd actually taken the time
Or
to
just
build
the
up.
link with nothing else. Just the link.
Yeah, they'd actually taken the time for a bit of conversation over it a couple of weeks and then went, oh, can you check this out and let me know what you think? And I think that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I've got a SoundCloud, but I never use it.
Yeah.
And the other day I put out a tweet about, I'm thinking about just putting demos and stuff because I love listening to demos of songs, like when bands put out sort of B-sides or whatever, and they're like, here's a demo of this. And I've got loads of them because I love hearing like the journey of how, if you
Yeah.
I love that. I mean, when the Beatles released their anthology stuff years ago, I just soaked that up, and it was like, here's take 32 of Eleanor Rigby or whatever. It's like, I love that kind of shit. And so I put out this tweet sort of saying, I'm thinking about doing that. Would anyone be interested? Or is that me totally self-indulgent? And a lot of people were like, yeah, no, great, go for it. And then one guy just started on this rant about, I can't even remember what he was saying, but it was basically saying that SoundCloud was the Donald Trump of streaming services, and if I wanted to go down that route, then I started laying into me a bit, and I just can't be bothered with like Twitter fights and Twitter politics and stuff. So I just kind of said, yeah, I know what you mean, and laughed it off a little bit. And then he came round and he was like, obviously do what you want, but I think I avoided the fight. But what I wanted to say was like, just none of your business. I mean,
Just wondering, Jesus, yeah. So
yeah. But we came round, we got through it, we came round, and then he was like, yeah, obviously it's a great idea if you just do stuff like that, but I hate it. It's like, fair enough.
Fair enough, yeah, good. You will not be visiting my demo page on SoundCloud, and that's fine.
That is fine. I mean, I haven't even done it, so I might never do it. I always do this. I'll think things out, and of course, because Twitter's there, you can think them out to the world, and then like with the t-shirts, I've been putting on Twitter for about 3 months. I'm going to make some t-shirts, and I still haven't. And then, yeah. So I haven't even announced to the world, apart from on here, that I've made some stickers yet. So
Well, there you go. The stickers are coming, guys.
World exclusive.
World exclusive. Jesus, I'm just killing it lately. Fuck you.
They're dead nice as well. They're white. It's really sexy.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like, even though it's the kind of logo and artwork from the Summer's Ear EP, which again my friend did for me for free, and I absolutely loved. And even though my music isn't really like sunny and all that kind of stuff, I just love the logo so much. I'm just going to use it forever.
Why not? Might as
I
well.
mean, it was great, and he when he did it for me, I kind of described a bit what I wanted. I sent him a few pictures and stuff, and then he went, "Oh, I've just knocked this up," and he sent me like a photo of his iPad screen. And immediately I was like, don't touch it, that's perfect. And he's like, what? I did it in about a day. I literally asked him at 9 a.m. if he could do any artwork, and by about 2:30, it was done. And
Nice.
I was really excited. I've loved it ever since. I use it a lot. So that's going to be the t-shirt artwork as well and stuff. Even though it doesn't quite represent most of the stuff I put out, I just really like it.
That's all that matters, man.
Yeah, man.
That's all that matters. Well, shit, dude. It's been a pleasure talking to you, getting to know you, learning your story and everything.
Cool, man. Thanks very much.
What do you
It's
got?
very nice to talk to you.
Take the last 2 minutes. Tell us how we can support you.
Um, well, basically, I'm on. I have to think about these things. Yeah, I'm on Bandcamp. That's my main thing. It's just Jetfire Prime. I've got an Instagram, which is Jetfire Prime Music, and I think Twitter's Jetfire Prime. I don't know. I'd have to check that, but I think it's Jetfire _Prime. And they're my main ones. I've got Facebook and stuff, but it's like drowning in Facebook. There's just too much. Just too much. But yeah, my Bandcamp, Instagram, they're my main ones. I need to do more on Instagram. And I'm a massive fan of Instagram. When it first came out, I loved it. And it got me into photography. And I ended up doing like a wedding photography and stuff. And I was like, I think I might swap careers. I loved it. And then when Facebook bought it, I literally went and sat down for an hour and was dismayed because I knew exactly that it was going to turn into this selfie network and all this stuff. And so I don't use it. I can't bring myself to use it as much, even though I know it's massively important.
Yeah, I don't use it either. I can't.
But it's there. But yeah, Bandcamp, Twitter, they're my main two things.
Sweet. That's good. Yeah, man. Well, shit. I look forward to this. I'll buy a sticker when you get some and you ship them up to Canada. I'll fucking put it on my desk.
I'll send you one. I'll send you one for free. All yours.
Well, we'll figure it out. That's
all the way to Canada.
All the way to Canada. I'll be the first one in Canada to have it. I'll fucking have it proudly displayed, my man.
I want it stuck on your face and it just stays
I'll put it right here.
Yeah.
If the price is right, I'll just tattoo it right here.
See, I was not expecting that reveal then.
Oh, no.
I was expecting a full head of hair.
My full head of hair left when I was about 22 years old.
Oh, man. I would swap some of this for more of this.
There you go. Yeah,
for definite, yeah. I'll do a swap.
Okay, fair enough. Awesome. Now, you have a good day over there. Stay safe with everything.
Thanks, mate. Get some sleep.
Up the tunes. Yeah, no doubt. Thanks, dude. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, mate. Thanks a lot. See you later.
See you.